This is the COSTWAY 24000 BTU mini-split air conditioner and heater, the Blast series with an 18.5 SEER2 rating, designed for wall mounting. The unit's got a modern look to it, clean white finish, slim indoor head, and compact outdoor compressor. The inside part looks minimalist enough to blend right in with most rooms. It's not too bulky, so it doesn't stand out in a bad way on your wall. I actually like the style, and when it's up, it gives off that high-tech, clean vibe. It feels solid and well-built, nothing flimsy about it. When this thing arrived, I admit I was a bit unsure how the install would play out. Mini splits always make me nervous, not because of the size, but because of the setup. I'm just a regular homeowner, not an HVAC pro. Reading through the manual, I saw it's supposed to be almost friendly for people like me, but not entirely DIY. I really wanted to see if I could get it up without spending a fortune on professional labor. The box came with basically everything you need, including a long copper line set, drain hose, wall sleeve, power cables, and a remote. It's pretty complete, but you're going to need some tools and, most importantly, a vacuum pump if you want to make sure the system is leak-free and safe for operation. From my experience, here's where things can get tricky if you've never installed a split AHRI before. Basically, even though it's pre-charged with the R32 refrigerant, you have to get all the air and moisture out of the copper lines before you open up the valves and let the refrigerant flow. That means you need to hook up a vacuum pump and gauge set. Some of the connections are non-standard sizes, probably to keep random people from trying to connect stuff that could damage the system or void the warranty. So, unless you've done it before or have a friend who knows HVAC, I still recommend getting a pro to handle that step, even if you want to tackle everything else yourself. If you're just hanging the units and running the pipes, it feels doable, but getting the vacuum and final commission done right is super important for the machine's life and cooling performance. Now, getting to what matters, performance. I installed this unit in a space that's just under 1,400 square feet, a big open living room and kitchen area that always gets stuffy in summer. After the setup, and once all the connections were double-checked for leaks and vacuumed down, I fired it up. I'll be honest, I was surprised by how quiet the indoor unit actually is. Even the outdoor compressor is not loud, nothing like the old central AHRI units I've dealt with before. The noise rating is about 41 to 50 dB indoors, which honestly feels like a soft hum, barely enough to bother anyone at night. I often watch TV or work right below it, and it doesn't distract me at all. There's a sleep mode too, which lowers the fan speed even more for nighttime use. Key features that stood out for me, besides the super efficient inverter motor, which basically means it ramps up and down instead of just on-off, saving power and keeping the temperature even, were the heating function and the Wi-Fi connectivity. I mainly wanted cool air for summer, but this thing also works as a heat pump, so in winter, it does the job of a heater. The inverter tech keeps energy consumption in check, and I've already noticed a positive difference in my electricity bill compared to my old window unit. The SEER2 number, 18.5 or more, is a measure of seasonal energy efficiency. The higher, the better, and this is right up there for the price range. I have to say, I really like the Wi-Fi control. It works with my phone and even with Alexa, so if I'm not home or if I'm just lying on the couch, I can turn the AHRI on or off, set the temperature, or put it on a schedule. The included remote is basic but handy, and there's a big temperature display you can turn off if you like things dark at night. There are also different modes for dehumidifying, if your house feels muggy, fan only, for gentle air movement without cooling heating, and turbo, which is the make it cold fast setting. Maintenance-wise, there's a self-cleaning mode that heats up the internal parts to kill bacteria and keep everything fresh. I'll admit, at first I thought this sounded like a gimmick, but after a couple weeks, I did notice less musty axe smell, which I really appreciate. The air filter is easy to take out and wash, so for anyone worried about ongoing care, it's low maintenance. I haven't had to call support yet, but from what I've read, COSTWAY offers a 5-year warranty on parts and 8 on the compressor, which is solid for something in this price range. That gives me some peace of mind. I'd recommend this for anyone who needs a single solution for both cooling and heating a bigger area, like a living room, garage, or open office. It's perfect for folks who want to keep running costs low, since the efficiency is very good and the eco mode really works if you let the temperatures float a bit. If you want maximum control, the app is a great bonus, and it's a lifesaver for lazy days or tech fans. From my experience, the air distribution from the 4-way swing works well to spread cool or warm air evenly across my space. I also like the I Feel function on the remote, which senses temperature where you are and adjusts accordingly for comfort. On the flip side, if you never want to deal with installation steps, vacuum pumps, or having to anchor line sets neatly, I'd recommend budgeting for professional setup. I managed to get all the hardware mounted and pipes run, but I still brought in someone licensed to hook up the gauges and evacuate the system, and I'm glad I did. In conclusion, the COSTWAY 24000 BTU mini split air conditioner and heater is a great pick for someone looking for a high-value, energy-efficient option that covers both cooling and heating. It didn't break my bank, works quietly, and so far it runs with no hiccups. The install took some planning, but it feels doable for a confident dyer or with a quick assist from a local HVAC guy. My space feels cooler, bills are down, and I have more features at my fingertips than I expected. If you're on the fence about switching from old-school ACS or heaters or just want a reliable upgrade, I honestly think this one checks nearly all the boxes. If this quick review helped you out, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment below if you have any questions or want to share your own experience with the COSTWAY mini split. Thank you for watching.